Hi friends, so today we will discuss about the signs, special signs which are found on the palm and what kind of influence they exert on someone's fate or destiny. So see, before we'll get into that, I will give a quick recap of what all we have studied so far. We have studied a major pillar of the palmistry which is known as chirognomy. Chirognomy, which is the study of the structure of the hands, about the thumb, about the fingers, about the shape of the palm. So we have studied that what are the kind of influences which they exert. If you will find any kind of variance in the length of the finger, if you find special symbols or special marks anywhere on the fingers, so what kind of influence they exert on someone's personality. So we have studied all that. Now we have covered majority of the portion of the chirognomy. Now before we enter into studying the chiromancy, the crisscrossing lines, I thought of just giving you a quick idea about special signs which, if found on the palm, what kind of influence we can expect in the life of someone. So before we will enter into that, it's very important for me to explain you guys why you should take interest in palmistry. See, my only reason why I got into palmistry is that I have always taken interest in the psychology of the people, so that only if I know people on a deeper level, then only I would be able to understand them well, help them well, and like have a harmonious relationship with the people. So, and this form of divination, palmistry, has been appreciated and revered in every ancient civilization. And trust me on this, there is no other meta science, there is no other form of divination which is as closest to the human psychology than any other science, because it not tells about the psychology or the thought process which you are exerting in your public life, the kind of behavior which you are projecting in the outside world. It tells about the subconscious thought process, what is governing deep inside your mind. And apart from that, it also proves that destiny is not predetermined. Just a change in your thought process, just a change in your lifestyle, just a change in your habits will get reflected in the lines of your palm, which in itself is suffice to explain that destiny is not predetermined by our like our determination, by our karmas. We can change it and have a happy and harmonious life. So coming back to the point which we are going to discuss, the special signs. So our ancient scriptures, which is known as Has Samudik Shastra, has there are mention of so many different signs like temple, flag, lion, elephant. So there are like so many signs which have been mentioned in our ancient scriptures. But the modern palmists only recognize few signs which I am going to discuss today. So the first sign which we will discuss that is cross. So the first condition for the formation of a cross is that it has to be standalone. It should not get formed with any major line. So let's say if you're finding a cross something like this, so this will not be considered as a cross. It has to be independently in the hand. So this sign is not considered very good. This sign is considered as a sign of obstruction. So wheresoever it will be found, it is going to exert some or other kind of obstruction in the life of the person. And how we do analysis in palmistry is, whichsoever portion it will be found on the hand, so the area which is the attributes, the significations which is being governed by that particular portion, the age which is being signified in the life of that person. So let's say for example, this is considered as 21 years of age. This point is considered as 21 years of age. So if a cross be found in this place on the headline, so this person would remain to be very vulnerable to some or other kind of obstruction in his thought process, be it in the form of depression, be it in the form of anxiety in his life. So cross is a negative sign which signifies obstruction. And one more thing, there are like only two places where cross is considered as good. First remain to be on this place, which is the mount of Jupiter. Mounts we are going to study in detail, but just a quick information about it. This is the mount of Jupiter, which represents our moral, our virtues, our honor, our pride, our ambition, our leadership traits. So if a cross is found here, so what is written in our ancient scriptures is that it is a sign of very, very good matrimonial life. So these people enjoy very harmonious and very matrimonial life. That's one thing. And another thing is, if you'll find a cross in between this heart line and this headline, under the finger of Saturn. So if a cross is found here, so this cross is also known as a mystic cross in palmistry. So it is a sign of cleverance, someone who has got very deep interest in the psychology of others. So these people progress very fast in any kind of spiritual pursuits or in any kind of meta sciences. Let's say if this person will take interest in astrology, numerology, or any kind of spiritual practice, this is a sure sign that this person can progress very fast in his life. So the first sign which we have discussed is cross. The second sign is star. Star represents the intensification of energy at particular point of time. This symbol is considered very good if it will be found on the mount of Jupiter. So let's say if you have spotted a cross here, so it is a very good sign of fame and fortune. Apart from that, if it is found on other places, like let's say on the mount of, this portion is known as Mount of Venus. It tells about our love, our compassion, our sympathy, and also about our sexual appetite. So this, if it is found here, or if it is found under the finger of Sun, finger of Apollo, so then we have to take into consideration other combination as well. Then in totality we land into one conclusion. Otherwise, here on the finger of under the finger of index finger, the finger of Jupiter, this sign is considered as very good. So we have discussed star, which tells about the intensification of energy at particular given point of time. So let's say for example, if it is being found under the finger of Apollo, ring finger, which is the finger of your creative and artistic abilities, your ability to get fame and fortune in this life. So with all other positive combination, a position of a spotting of star under the ring finger is a sign of massive fame. And you know, like the way I say, in palmistry, these signs are, and these lines are not permanent, they change. So arrival of a sign is arrival of a positive sign is a sure sign of good omen and upcoming success, only if you are putting your efforts and keep on putting your efforts with equal zeal and enthusiasm. So we have also discussed cross, we have also discussed square. Now star, the third sign is square. So square is like, can be like this, can be spotted like this, sorry, can be spotted like this. So square is a sign of preservation in palmistry. So square means if in case there will be any affliction in your life, in the anywhere on the palm, if you will find any sign of affliction or any obstruction, but you will also find a sign of square there. So it is a sign of preservation. So it means no matter how much obstruction you will face in the life, but this placement of a square in your palm is on that particular point of time is a sure sign that you will get preserved from that obstacle. So let's say for example, you are seeing this is your lifeline, which tells about your physical health, about your vitality in this life, your energy you possess. So let's say if you will find something like this, a break in lifeline, which indicates that at this particular point of time, this person is very much vulnerable to the loss of energy, lack of vitality, or vulnerability to diseases. But at the same particular point of time, if you will find something like this, the placement of a square, so it is a sure sign that no matter how much vulnerability this person would possess at that particular point of time, how much his health would remain to be on the radar, but this sign would preserve him from all the obstacles. So this is the square. Now the fourth sign is spot, which is also known as Hindi as till. So this sign is not considered good anywhere on the hand. The only thing which varies is wheresoever it will get spotted, it is going to put affliction in that area of the life of an individual. So let's say if this spot gets spotted, or let's say if spot appears on the mount of Mercury, so this means that if that at that particular point of time, if this person is trying to get into business, or he is already in a sector of communication or PR or in mass communication, so this person remain vulnerable to any kind of obstacle in his life. So spot is not a good sign. Then comes the fifth sign, which is our island. So it can be spotted like this, a straight line deviating from its path, creating an oval shape and again continuing. So this sign is same like spot. This sign is not considered good anywhere on the palm. If you will find an island, it means lack of energy, lack of resistance in that particular given point of time. So like the way I was explaining you, if you will spot an island over here, let's say under the ring finger, so it's a sure sign that this person at this particular time would remain very vulnerable to heartbreaks or any kind of deceiving in his love matters or emotions. So this is how we see or interpret the formation of island anywhere on the hand. So coming to the next sign, which is our Grille. So like the way I've been telling you people in all my videos, the Grille is not considered a good sign. Grille means confusion. Yes, 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 no, no, no. The formation of Grille anywhere on the hand is not considered good. It's a sure sign that this person would remain to be very confused in that particular point of time, whichsoever age that portion of the hand is signifying. So let's say for example, if you will find a Grille on this point, so during this point of time, this person would remain very confused in his any aspect of the life. Though that I'm just telling you about the signification on the basics of what all these signs represent. We never do a prediction or any analysis or any assessment based on one sign only. When you will master all these things, all the basics of palmistry, then you just need to do the analysis from all the aspects, then you need to funnel it down and then only you land to conclusion. But like the way I have said, that Grille is not found good anywhere apart from this exception case if it is being found inside the mount of Venus. So this is our lifeline which encircles the area of the mount of Venus. This is the mount of Venus. This portion represents our ability to love, the compassion, all the humanitarian causes, and also it represents our family. So our family, like the way when we do the marriage relationship related counseling, so this is the part which we see for the arranged marriage and this is the portion which we look for the love marriage. So coming back to the point, formation of Grille on the mount of Venus is considered as good. This person would remain very sensitive to the concerns of others. They remain very empathizing to the problem of others. So Grille is found good here. Apart from that, anywhere on the hand, it is not considered good. So the next sign is tasseled. So it means if you find any line in this formation, so the kind of, it is like scattering. So it signifies like the way you should see palmistry as that these lines are the electric wires which flows the current of energy in our hand in our life. So the these kind of tassel formation at the end of the line or anywhere on the line represents the loss of energy. So apart from that, if like see anywhere like the way I have explained, anywhere these kind of tasselness would represent the loss of energy. But the only exception is if you will find this formation at the end of the headline, this is considered good. Why? Because headline represents the state of our brain, our intellectual capacity, our ability to comprehend things, our logical ability, how much brain do we put in our life. So this is what is being represented by the headline, and the tassel formation make this person very multi-talented in his life. So like these are the people who remain to be like they will stick to their regular 9 to 5 job, but apart from that they'll be indulging into so many different things. So like this person might be a golfer, this person might be an insurance agent apart from his regular life. So I'll repeat, tassel formation represents loss of energy. The only exception is at the end of the headline it is considered good and represents someone who is like very multi-talented. And now we have reached the last part, which is the last sign, which is the trident. which is also known as Trishul, this sign is considered good in hand. So if you will find anywhere this kind of trident on the hand, you can just get ensured that this particular point of time, the signification which is being signified by that mount or that finger or that portion of the palm, you can remain ensured that this person going to get good results related to that portion. So I hope you guys found this video informational. You have already studied what do fingers represent in our hand, what are the special signs. Now we will start our series about the mounts and other significations of the palmistry. So please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.